Hey guys, it's Jam here uh, with another episode of Profile to Profits. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to close a sale. But when it comes to closing a sale, we're going to talk about five things that we believe that I think are very important to close a sale. So the first thing is clarity. When I say clarity, it's not just the clarity on your service. It's also the clarity on your ideal clients. Most of the clients that come to us for marketing, they struggle on clarity. They are like, okay, I have a vague idea. This is my idea. I want to make sales. If that's the case with you, it's going to be difficult because when you are trying to have a sales conversation, you won't be able to explain exactly what you're offering if you don't have the clarity. So make sure you have enough clarity. If you don't have clarity, there is a clarity document that I can share with you that will take you through all the clarity questions. And if you work on that document, if you fill that form, you will get more clarity. So if you need more clarity on your services, let me know and I will share the clarity document with you so you get a clear understanding about your uh, services. Apart from that, you need to understand the exact ideal client. This is also something that most of my clients struggle with. Even I struggled at the beginning because at the beginning we all think that we can serve anyone and we want to make more and more sales. So we think, okay, the more people we get, the better. So I don't care who comes in the door. That is a selling mindset, not a service mindset. What you're saying is, I don't mind where the money is coming from as long as I get the money. But when you go to the next level, then you understand, okay, I don't want to deal with everyone. I want to deal with the best people so that I can serve them and I can get the money in the right way and make them happy, serve them, get them resource at the same time I can grow my business because I'm not gonna have any complaints. Well, you will have complaints here and there, and I don't think there is any business that didn't have any complaints. With complaints, you learn anyway. But what I'm saying is you won't have a lot of bad reviews. As long as you have more than 90% of all good reviews, then you're good because there will be one or two people who's going to complain about your services no matter how well you do them. I have had instances where we have provided a month free of charge services that cost us about $500 to $600 a month. So that's about putting about 200 hours of work. And then at the end, we have increased their uh, uh, reach, increase their views, increase their following and everything. But because we couldn't get paying clients within a month, we have got the blame, always saying, oh, you didn't get me clients. So that was a complaint. So, and sometimes it's very hard. That's also a good point, actually. When you're looking for clients, try to look for clients who are happy to pay and who can afford to pay because we have had clients who we've served thinking, okay, this person wants to find out if we can do the job. And if we do a good job after 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, they will register and start paying. But then they came thinking that after the 2 weeks or after the free trial, I'm going to cancel. I'm not going to pay a penny. I'm going to get the maximum out of this. No matter what happens, I'm not going to pay. So when that kind of people come to you, the problem they have is they attract the same sort of people. So they won't be able to close paying clients either because they are in this negative mindset where they think, okay, this paying is not good, paying is a cost, it's not an investment. They can't see it as an investment. And then at the end, whoever comes to them, when they're like, oh, I know it's a huge cost, it's a lot of money, and they'll be like, yes, I know it's a lot of money, and then they can't sell it because they believe that it's a lot of money themselves. I've had clients who don't even believe that it's a good offer, what they're selling. They say, okay, when I say you're not even convinced about your offer, and they're like, yeah, I know, I'm not convinced. I know it could be a little bit too high. So that's not very good. Let me go through the next few things that I want to discuss. The second one is the offer. So the offer, this is where I was coming at. So the offer, you should be sold on your offer. If you're not sold on your offer, then there's a big problem. You're going to struggle on selling, because if you are not sold, how can you sell it to someone else? You should be sold first. What I mean by you should be sold is you should love what you're doing. You should be convinced that the value of your offer is more than what you're charging. So if you think this is worth $1,000, you should be charging $500. It's the value. I'm not talking about the cost, I'm talking about the value. The value they get is $1,000, then you can easily convince them to buy a product or service for $500 because it's more valuable than what you're charging. So if something is more valuable, then they will pay because it's more valuable than the amount of money that they are paying. They will happily pay. If you can buy a car, a $10,000 car for 5,000, you'll be like, yeah, of course I will buy it because it's worth $10,000 because the value is more. So that's when you can say also make sure you are sold on your services, otherwise you're going to struggle. The third key thing is you should be committed. When I say committed, you should be committed to helping the other person in front of you. You should be committed to closing. People are not committed. If they say, okay, it's not the right time, if you're buying it, that means you're not committed. You should try and do whatever it takes to convert that person if you believe that person needs it. Because you are trying to help someone that's in front of you, you have the answer, or you have the prescription, or you have what it takes to convert them to get the result. So you need to make sure you convert them. Until you convert them, they're not going to benefit from you. They're not going to get your services. They're not going to get the results. So you have the option to convert them to get the right results. So you should be committed. You should not buy the objections that they throw at you, because these objections, they are used to the objections, they are just throwing at you because they think, okay, I need to see what happens if I say, oh, I need to think about it, I need to ask my wife about it, I need to speak to my accountant about it, it's over the budget, it's not the right time, it's too expensive, it's too much money, blah blah blah, I got a quote from a competitor for a lesser price. These things are just objections they're trying to throw at you just to see how you react sometimes. So if you are sold, you won't take them as real objections. You will be like, oh, these are just complaints. Let me handle them easily, and then let me convince to them that this is the right service that they need to go ahead with, and you will make sure you convert them. So that's where you should be able to stand. And on top of that, you need to have this helping mindset. That's something else that many people lack. You shouldn't be focusing uh, on your sale or the money that you're getting. You should be focusing on what they need. When you focus on what they need, what happens is that they're like, okay, this person is really trying to help me. I should give it a go. I should try them out. I think I can trust this person. That's the response we get most of the time. 90% of the time, that's the response we get. And I'm not saying there aren't objections. I'm not saying everyone has money. There are people who don't have the money. But even if they don't have the money, now they will come back to you if you serve them well, if you show genuine interest, and if you are really trying to help them. So this is important. Try to genuinely help them. And if you can't, that's fine. Tell them, I don't think this is the right service or this is the right product for you. but I will refer you to someone who can help you. You don't have to help everyone. You won't be able to help everyone. And last but not least, this is also important. You need to know how to overcome some other objections. So closing techniques, you need to know how do you I close. If they say I don't have money right now, or if they say I have to think about it, or if they say this is not the right timing, I need 2 months, or I need this, I need to speak to someone. These are things that everyone says. So you need to practice these. You need to know how to overcome these objections, and you need to be able to connect your service to their need, their requirement, so they can uh, fulfill their needs, as in they can get the results by using you. So this is important. These are the five. So clarity about your niche and about your ideal clients. Then you should be sold on your offer, on your product, on your price. And then three, you should be committed to selling. You should be committed to closing. Four, you should want to help the person in front of you. And finally, you should know how to close. You should have the closing techniques and the objections covered, so you have an idea. You need to get this knowledge. If you haven't read books about it, if you haven't read or listened to audio books about it, please read so you get to know how to close, because this is very important. uh, why I say this is, if you have a genuine client in front of you who is interested, who is throwing an objection just to see how you react, and if you can't close that person, you are losing a sale and that person is losing results because of that. So you don't want that to happen. So please learn this. I recommend Grant Cardone's Sell or Be Sold. There are a lot of sales objections, books about objections, sales, and also Brian Tracy books, also Zig Ziglar books. These are audio books. These are very good. These are where we learned things. So try them out and let me know what happened, and let me know if you got anywhere. I would love to know. Uh, I'll see you next week, same time, 7 p.m. London or 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Take care. God bless you all.